Hi everyone, welcome to Lucilva's Cooking. My chicken fettuccine alfredo is still quick and easy, but it doesn't fall short on flavor. For this recipe, I use a couple of chicken breasts that I rinse and trim. Since one side of the breast is thicker than the other, I slice them in half like this, so they'll cook faster and more evenly. And as always, the ingredients list is in the description of the video. Place the chicken breasts on a plate and drizzle them with a little olive oil. Massage it on a little bit, covering all of their surface so the seasoning can stick to them better. I season them with a mix of salt, ground black pepper, ground white pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. I have a total of 2 tablespoons of seasoning. And massage it really good all over the surface of the breasts. You may let it sit covered in the fridge overnight and remove it from the fridge about an hour before cooking it, or just let it sit on the counter for about 30 minutes to an hour to get the chill out. Preheat a large sauté pan on medium heat for 1 minute and add 3 tablespoons of oil. The oil is not too hot, it's perfect, so I just add the chicken breast halves to slowly fry them. Allow that side to fry for 3 minutes without moving them around. Reduce the heat to medium-low and turn them. I don't let the seasoning burn because it'll get bitter. After all, the seasoning contains garlic powder. And let them fry for 3 minutes on that side too. Then I turn them and move them to other spots in the pan. See how I'm getting a little fond? That crust is wonderful. I flavor it and help it loosen up a little bit by adding 1 tablespoon of salted butter. And this is the flavor base for my sauce. The butter also helps the chicken get even more moist, juicy, and it'll add creaminess to my sauce as well. The chicken is done cooking, so I can remove it from the pan and place it on a plate. I reduce the heat to low, and look how nice and golden it is. And the last piece. I let them rest, covered with aluminum foil. I put water in a large saucepan on high heat and cover the pan so it will come to a boil faster. Then I start making the sauce. To the pan with this wonderful fond, I add 1 yellow onion, finely chopped. The onion juice helps deglaze the pan. The sautéed onion gives the sauce a special flavor. Once the onion softens, I add 3 chopped garlic cloves and sauté them for about a minute. Then I add 1½ cups of heavy cream. A lot of recipes only call for heavy cream, but I think it makes the sauce too thick and heavy at the end. So I also add 1½ cups of whole milk and stir, but don't let it boil. Just let them heat up some. When the pasta water starts boiling, add a couple of tablespoons of salt, stir, and add 3/4 pound of fettuccine. This one is made with semolina, eggs, and shaped like nests. It's made in Italy. It's really tasty and silky, and best of all, I found it at my local grocery store. Stir and wait for the water to come back to a boil so the nests can unravel. While the pasta cooks and the sauce simmers, I add 1 teaspoon of powdered chicken bouillon with tomatoes. It not only adds a ton of flavor to the milk and cream, it also adds a little color. Whisk well and start adding the cheeses. I start by adding ½ cup of finely grated Parmesan cheese and stir well until it incorporates completely into the sauce. I have made this sauce with only Parmesan cheese before, and I didn't think it was tasty enough for my liking, because I like super flavorful pasta sauces. So I add a little bit of grated sharp cheddar cheese, a little bit of Coby Jack, and mozzarella cheese that I grated myself. I like my Alfredo sauce to be creamy and to taste like cheese, but just the right amount, not too much. As the sauce continues simmering on low heat, the cheeses slowly melt. It's getting creamier and a little thicker now. This sauce is wonderful. I'll let the cheese melt completely and stir the pasta a little. I want the sauce and pasta to be done at the same time. Add the rest of the cheese, and it's a total of half a cup of each. Let all the cheese melt. Taste the sauce for salt and seasoning. Add a pinch of red pepper flakes and another teaspoon of powdered chicken bouillon with tomatoes if you think it needs more salt. If you don't like bouillon, add salt or any seasoning that contains salt. I cut up 2 of the chicken breasts into bite-sized cubes and add them to the sauce to make it even more flavorful than it is already, and mix it in. At this point, the pasta is ready, so I add it to the sauce a little bit at a time and slowly incorporate it so it can get coated well. This sauce made this way is so much creamier and tastier. After incorporating some of the pasta with the sauce, add a little more pasta, and it's ready. So appetizing, mouth-watering, creamy, tasty, and easy to make without breaking the bank. And it feeds a family of 6. If you like my recipe, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to my channel if this is the kind of content that you enjoy. I hope you try my take on chicken fettuccine alfredo. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.